Okay, slide 7. The phones. Where do I even begin about this? School had a lot of problems with the phones last year. We haven't had those other years, so in the classes. So here's my rules for this. Now, I'm not denigrating or criticizing you guys. It's just a fact. These rules need to be laid down. Okay, now I'm making this video on August 5th. Obviously, it's a couple weeks before school starts, more than a couple. At this point, I don't know what the principal's policy is going to be on the phones. We're going to sort of do a touch and go here. I do reserve the right to change things as we go about the phones. On this slide, I'm just declaring what my starting policy is. Now, if I think some can work better, I'll change it, but that's going to be my decision. It won't be yours. So don't try to convince me. Sorry to be a jerk, but I'm not putting myself in positions that are going to get me reprimanded or in trouble. Sorry, I'm not putting job on the line just so some of you can be happy. Okay, not doing it. That makes you upset. Sorry. When you walk in the room, you have three options of what to do with your phone. You put the phone in the plastic crate on the overhead. That's one. Number two, you can give your phone to me. You can even take the battery out of it because some people don't like them in the crate because people mess with it. Your third option is you can charge your phone if you're concerned about the battery in one of the outlets around the room. However, you are not going to just run up and check it when you're supposed to be working. Okay, and that's the same as if it's in the crate. The only excuse you have to getting up and messing with it is if it needs to be muted. Okay, now some of you might ask, well, what can we get it when we're done with our work for the day? We're going to improvise on that as the year goes according to the principal and administrative policy. I'm not ready to answer that right now, and I don't want to go in any deeper on this video. Whatever happens with that here, here's some things no one will do with their phone. Number one, call someone or take a call. That ain't happening. Number two, do a social media live session or a live Snapchat, whatever, not happening. Number three, video chatting another person. I don't give a crap if they're from another school, not going to happen. You do any of these three things, I'm taking the phone to the principal. I'm going to tell him what you did and you can deal with him. Now, as far as the rest of the year goes, phones will not be allowed out for anyone for any reason if one of those three things happens. Okay, it's up to you as a class. One person messes it up, the whole class suffers. Also, if you leave the room during a class period, you will not be taking your phone with you. I have no idea what you're doing if you are not in front of me. Again, that's not coming back on me. State for this slide is Vermont. Okay, what to do when work is done. Again, we'll play the deal with the phones by ear. We'll improvise that as we go, but other things. Different people work at different speeds. If you finish your work early, do not cause huge distractions for people who are still working. I understand chit chat happens from time to time, and I'm not going to jump down the throat of every single kid who says a word next to the kid next to him. I just can't do that. Okay, don't have time for it. But here's what I will enforce. You need to sit in desks. Now, if you are done, I don't care if you move around in the into a different desk and sit by someone with who you could quietly visit with, that's fine, but I want you in desk. Not sitting on the ledge, not sitting up there at the front of the room, not sitting up a table in front, in a desk. Now, unless you have a question on a quiz or a test, which I've already mentioned, don't come back to my desk and ask me a question if I'm working with students. Call me and I'll come to you. Students I'm working with at my desk could have a tendency to get distracted when things get loud, and then all hell breaks loose. Everyone's distracted. If you have a question, raise your hand, say my name, or simply say I have a question. I will get up and help you, or I will point you to a couple open desks so we can work together, and then I'll answer your question. Now, if you're going to listen to music, fine. I don't want it played out loud for any reason. Use headphones. If you're going to listen on a Chromebook, please sign me out of the Chromebook and sign yourself in. If you want to use a Chromebook for other things after you have completed your work, fine, but sign me out, sign yourself in. Now, with these requests in place, things shouldn't be too disruptive. If I think you are sitting next to someone being too loud after you're done with your assignment, I will ask you to quiet down once, and if it continues, I'll direct you back to your original seat. Now, if at that point you argue or refuse, I will just send you to the office and the principal can deal with the issue. Not taking time out of class to get in arguments. It ain't going to happen. Okay. If you want to argue with me, do it when it's just me and you. You're not going to do it in front of everyone. If you have a problem with something, it's going to be one on one. Takes place in front of the class. It gets us nowhere because neither of us is going to back down. The state for this slide is Georgia. Tardy policy. Here's the issue with the tardies this year that I could see being a problem. We have this class right after many of you have lunch. Okay. The tardies after lunch a lot of times get out of control. So here's how we're going to enforce that. The tardy bell rings at 12:58. Now technically I can mark you tardy if you come in after that bell, but I'm going to be nice. My tardy bell after lunch is going to be 1:01. 1:01. That's 3 minutes after the tardy bell rings. Now I'm being more than fair here. 1:01, 1:01, 1:01. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You walk in that room and my cell phone, which always has the right time, says 1:01 or past that, you're tardy. First two tardies are warnings. Okay. Then after that, I'll just refer you to the principal's office and he'll start giving you detentions. Okay. That's the school's policy. I think we're just going to go with that. Also, this is a big one. When 1:01 begins, social hour's over. You're not going to just sit around BS with your buddies until 1:10 or 1:15 before you decide you feel like working. Now, if you persist, you're going to be warned once, given 30 seconds to knock it off. And if you are still at the desk, not working, visiting with people, making noise, okay, you'll be asked to leave. Okay, 1:01 will give you a warning. Walk around for ignore you for about 30 seconds, and if you're still at it, get out, hit the bricks. I'm not going to have a whole class distracted because 2 or 3 or 4 knuckleheads can't be quiet. Okay, and just get the heck out of here. The state for this is Wyoming. Okay, non-assignment completion. It's pretty simple. If you don't complete an assignment, you're given 0% in the grade book, and with it a note will be appear next to that 0 saying you were in class, chose not to do the assignment despite having all the time you needed. This will be visible to everyone who views your grades online, and that includes parents. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm just stating the facts so when parents come to conferences, they know the exact reason for the 0%. Generally, students who consistently get zeros then fail the test, and students consistently doing the work and actually trying on the assignments do pretty well on the test. So it kind of is one has an effect on the other. Now, since most of the tests and quizzes are open notes, that kind of eliminates our excuse of test anxiety or test blackout. Okay, next thing I'm going to talk about for a while. I'm not getting in confrontations with students who work because they, quote, aren't in the mood. That's your choice. I'm just going to put what you said in the grade book and go from there. But I can guarantee you this. If you refuse to work on the assignment, I'll let you be alone with your thoughts and give you some space on your bad day. Everyone has bad days when they aren't in the mood to do something. That's life. I've gotten over that part years ago. Only control what you can control, let the rest fall into place. However, if you refuse to work on the assignment and you so much as utter a word to those around you who are working, you will be removed from class. Can't have you drawing attention to yourself in front of everyone. You're going to be asked to hit the bricks. Another thing, if you walk in the room and declare loudly for others to hear that, "Oh, I'm not in the mood," drawing attention to yourself, you're going to be asked to leave at the beginning of class. Okay? I'm not going to back down if you make this a power struggle in front of everybody. The not in the mood excuse, that's between me and you. Okay, if you don't draw attention to yourself, fine, I'll let you have your bad day, let you have your space. You got to announce it to everybody, then I'm not backing down. I'm either say get to work or leave. No one else should know about your issues but you. Okay, I'll give you your space, but it's got to be kept between you and me. I don't want it flaunted to others. Okay, you do, it's going to be either or, fight or flight. Means you can either work or you can leave. You make it an issue in front of the whole class. Bottom line, not in the mood from time to time is fine, but that choice is kept between you and me, and you will not disrupt others. Otherwise, things are going to become tense for you. Okay, the state on this slide, slide number 10, is Maine. Okay, Maine. And slide number 9, I can't remember if I told you that or not. Wyoming. Slide 9 was Wyoming. Slide 10 was Maine. Okay. All right, class disruptions. I've already went over this somewhat. When 101 comes, students need to cease conversations and begin work. If it is 101 and you're still laughing and gabbing away, I'm going to go to your seat, watch the clock for 30 seconds. I'll just kind of keep my eye on you. I'll ask you to sit down and work, and then I'm going to stand there for 30 seconds. And if you've ignored my instructions and you're carrying on, you're going to be asked to leave. And I'll tell the principal exactly how it went down. And I don't think you're going to have much of an excuse. What are you going to say? I should be allowed to be loud and obnoxious when others are working? Give me a break. Okay, it's expected that you'll be working on what you are supposed to be working on. If you refused, I've already talked about that in the last slide. I have no problem giving you your space from time to time as long as it's a personal issue. Just don't drag other students or flaunt it in front of them. Once you're done, I've already said what your options are. You can move by a person that's also done, but though you guys got to be in desk. Okay, not on the ledge, not in front of the room, desk. You can use a Chromebook for other things. Just sign me out of it. Okay, and we're going to play the wait and see game on the phones. If you walk in after 101, as I stated, you're tardy. I'm not going to even call you out. Okay, I'll simply point at the clock and you'll know you've been counted tardy. Okay. Third time, I have to start sending you to the office. Now, if you're there with another teacher or staff member, have them write you a pass. Then, without seeking attention, put the pass on the overhead, take your seat, and begin work. Work time has started. I don't want any attention-seeking behaviors. If that's a problem, I'll ask you to stop at once. Everybody deserves a fair warning. If you persist, you can go visit with the principal. State on this slide is South Carolina. Okay, time out of the room. Now listen. First off, no one's going to be working in the Commons during this period. That's non-negotiable. I hate getting phone calls in my room interrupting me with what I'm doing and asking, where's this person supposed to be? Where's that person supposed to be? Why are they in the Commons? I hate that, okay? No one goes in the Commons to hang out either. You're allowed to leave the room once for a maximum of 5 minutes. Actually, let's make that 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. It should give you more than enough time to do your restroom visits, locker visits, and drinks. If you're planning on going to another teacher's room after you're done with work I give you, you need to have a pass from them when you come to class. I'm not just sending students into other teachers' rooms and classes when the other teacher doesn't know about it. I don't care how, quote, chill they are or how tight you are with that teacher. I need to see a pass. Remember that PE incident last year? That's not going to happen again. If your name isn't on the pass, you're not going. Okay? I don't want one person's name on the pass and then they want to bring 2 or 3 friends. Nope. Everybody who wants to go name has to be on the pass. Please understand when you leave the room, you'll be asked to leave your phone in my room unless the teacher has written you a pass to be in your room for the remainder of the period. Okay? Again, this is to protect myself and you. If you take your phone out, do naughty things with it, okay? Administration gets documentation of the time it happened. Guess what? Both you and me are in trouble, so you're not taking the phone out of the room. You may not care so much if I get in trouble, but I do. With all this stuff, these are the rules. Now, you can cuss me out, call me any name you want to. Well, if you do, I'm going to kick you out, send you to the office calmly. But at the end of the day, I'm not getting my butt in hot water just so you can be in your happy place. Don't go out of my way to be a jerk. I think that's pointless, but I do have my rules to protect myself, basically. State for this slide is Missouri. Okay, and that is going to take us the last part of the video. Click on it.